Many games allow you to collect items and add them to your inventory for later use, or just to increase your score as you find them. Today, we're going to look at how to collect items and keep track of them as you play the level. We'll be using a platformer-style game for this example, but this applies to any type of game where you're collecting items. Here's what we'll be building. We've got a little dinosaur character to play with, and when he collides with the mushrooms, they are added to his inventory. To start off with, I have the layout and the player movement set up. The first thing we need to do is add the mushroom objects to the layout. I have the images I'll be using saved as PNG files, and I'll drag and drop each of them onto the layout. When you drag and drop an image onto the layout, Construct automatically creates a new object for you and names it after the file name. I'll change the name of the orange mushroom to Mushroom 1. I'm going to place the mushrooms on the ground in front of the player, but I want to add another Mushroom 1 to the layout. You can pull out another instance of the object from the project panel, or hold down Ctrl and click Mushroom 1 and drag a copy out. Dragging a copy out can be a lot faster, especially if you're selecting multiple instances and duplicating the item many times. If I preview the layout by clicking F5, our dinosaur can only run behind the mushrooms. He doesn't collect them yet because we need to set that up in the event sheet. Let's switch over to the event sheet. What we need to do is check to see if the player has come in contact with a mushroom, and if they have, we'll destroy the mushroom and add it to our inventory. Go ahead and click on Add Event. We're going to use the player object, and we're going to test for collisions. Under the Collisions category, select On Collision with another object. When you hit Next, you can choose the object we're going to be colliding with, which will be Mushroom 1. Right-click and copy this event, and paste it below. Double-click on the second event, and change the object to Mushroom 2. The next thing we need to do is destroy the mushroom sprite since we've collided with it. So let's add an action using the mushroom that we collided with. Scroll down and choose Destroy. Add an action to the second event. Select Mushroom 2 and choose Destroy. At this point, if we press F5 to preview the game, we can destroy the mushrooms as we come into contact with them. Nice, we're almost there. Last, we need to add them to our inventory. An inventory system can be done in many ways, but for this simple example, all we're going to do is create a couple of variables on the player object. Select the player object in the project panel, and click on Instance Variables in the Properties panel. Click on Add New Instance Variable, and change the name to Mushroom_1. Go ahead and leave everything else as is, and hit OK. Add another variable, and call it Mushroom_2, and click OK. Now, under the collision events, we can add to these variables, increasing our inventory. Add another action, this time using the player object. Scroll down to the Instance Variables category, and choose Add To. Since we're colliding with Mushroom 1, we want to increase the Mushroom 1 variable by 1. Right-click the Add To action, and copy it, and then paste it under the other collision event. Double-click the new action to edit it, and change the instance variable to Mushroom 2. That's it. To see our instance variables increase, we can debug the layout and select the player object. Under Instance Variables, you can see the values for Mushroom 1 and Mushroom 2, and as we collide with them, they are added to our inventory. In the next video, we'll take a look at how to show these values on the screen, displaying the mushroom variables like a score.